Hey guys, Tom here. Summer is the perfect time to take care of all the outside maintenance around your house. And today I'm going to turn this tired old door from this to this. Stick around, see how I do it. The first thing I did, obviously, was I took the door off. I just popped the hinges out and the door comes right off. Now, if you have a smaller door, an easier door to paint, you can leave the door on the hinges, just leave the door open for it to dry. Now, I had to put up a barricade because there's a flight risk in this house and he would go anywhere outside as soon as he gets the chance. Next, I just set up a workstation on the porch, a couple sawhorses, some drop cloths, and I'm good to go. You have to take all the hardware off the door, the hinges, and just one tip, I marked the hinges with a marker so I knew how to put them back when I'm done. And then it's just prep, sanding the flats, sanding the moldings, brushing it off, and then I just wipe the whole thing down with paint thinner just to get any of the grease, debris, or anything loose off the door. And then I just take a razor blade and I go around the windows. If there's old paint on the glass or old caulk that needs to be cleaned up and removed, that's going to take care of that. And then I'm going to use spray paint on part of the door, so I just tape off the glass. But I do leave a little, about a 1/16 or 1/8 of an inch of the glass showing, because a little bit of paint on the glass is going to give it a nice seal for the weather. And then once I have everything taped off, the molding around the windows and the two panels on the bottom of the door, I spray painted an accent color. And just like with any spray paint that you do, guys, you want to do 2 or 3 light coats. That's going to give you the best coverage without any runs or drips. And then with a couple of nice coats of paint, the trim is done. The accent colors are done. And then it's just a matter of putting on the door paint. Now I'm using Rustoleum Hammered Copper. It's kind of like a textured finish, and I think it was a really bold statement that we chose, and it worked out great for us. The one thing that I found, it wasn't real easy to roll. I tried rolling a couple sections, but the way the paint is, it just kind of like spun off the roller almost like cotton candy, and it made a mess. So I just found brushing was way easier. Now when you're brushing a door like this, even though it's a solid door, you still kind of want to treat it like it's a wooden style and rail door and paint it that way. Like the two sides you would paint with brush strokes from top to bottom. The top rail and the bottom rail you would paint up and down as if they were wooden sections, and the same with the in-between horizontal units as well. Now with this hammered paint from Rustoleum, it doesn't as much matter because the way the paint settles out, it just, you don't really see the brush strokes. It just kind of goes on one way, and then within a couple of minutes it starts settling out to give it that hammered look. And then after I get a first coat on, I wait for that to dry. I paint the frame and the two side lights. Remember, everything I show you on the door here, guys, I did it again on the frame of the door and those two side lights that obviously I couldn't remove. So then I came back and I second coated the whole door the same way. I didn't even try rolling it this time. I just went brush from start to finish. Put it on there. You don't play with this paint too much because it kind of does its little hammering textures thing pretty much right away, so you don't want to mess with it too much. And And then after the second coat's on there, by this time the sprayed accent pieces are good and dry. So I just go back with a razor blade around the edges just to break the paint line. Take off the tape, peel it off, clean up any paint that's stuck. But remember, when you're peeling off tape, you kind of want to peel it back away from itself, like towards the inside, so you don't risk a chance of taking any of the paint off. But that's another reason why I go around with the razor blade and just cut that edge, so it just minimizes that risk even more.
You know, paint companies are making a wide variety of paints and finishes nowadays that you can use to accomplish a lot of different looks for your home. Your front door in particular is a great way to make your own personal style statement. When people come to your house, that's the first thing they do. They come up, they knock on the door, and they're immediately gauging your style and your own particular taste. Granted, this hammered copper look isn't for everybody, but we really like it. We think it goes well with the stone facade to this house, and it just kind of gives it that medieval look of a big old metal door, and we really like it. Now granted, this isn't the easiest paint to work with. You have to brush it. As you can see, rolling didn't really turn out too well, but with 2 coats, let it dry. It's a hard, durable finish, and it's smooth as glass. It's going to give me a lot of protection for a lot of years. So let me know what kind of outdoor projects you're doing this summer to give your house a new look to reflect your personal style. Leave them in the comments below. I'd like to hear about it. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to the HomeCraft Chronicles. There's a lot of great projects like this, week in, week out, to help you get the most out of your home. And then don't forget, hit that little bell so that way when a new project comes out, you'll be notified, you can catch it right away. So that's it for me. Until I see you next time, remember, take care of yourself and your home. See you soon.